Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 501xTako's. I'm your host, Tako Rev, history's spiciest podcaster and the best voice in podcasts, and thank you very much. We are back after a month-long hiatus and episode 1 of 2 today with my co-host, Rev Butler. Rev is currently out at a conference, an educators conference in my hometown, Chicago, or my adopted hometown, Chicago, I should say. Rev, what you got for the people? How's my Windy City looking?
It's cold up here, man. It's cold. This is everybody's adopted city. I like Chicago. You know, I lived here for a little while. I've spoke here a few times. The food is always good. You know, it's a good
Food
day.
is amazing.
You know, like I said, another day in paradise. We're having a good time. So let's get into it.
Shout out to my guy, Kurt Schmidt. When I first started doing work travel I should say Kurt Schmidt and Renee Gomez, but when I first started doing work travel to Chicago a couple years ago, almost 3 years, I stopped at Kurt's school of St. Ignatius, and that was one of my literal favorite high school visits where, you know, I'm sitting in a Catholic school, a very well-known, renowned Catholic school. St. Ignatius is one of the 5 buildings that remain standing after the Great Fire of Chicago in the 1800s. And, you know, I'm talking to this guy. I didn't have a student come sit with me because they didn't really know that much about the school I was working for. And I'm talking to the director of the guidance office, and it got to the point where we were talking sports, and he dapped me up and dropped the F-bomb in the Catholic school. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, this is where I'm letting do his thing. I'm not about to repeat that, even though, that I just had built that rapport with him. But I bring that up to say he actually put me on to some food spots after that. So definitely get some good eating going on when you're in the shop.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't know what I ever feel a taste for. I thought about that coming in. I'm like, where am I gonna go?
How you not gonna get some
It's
pizza?
not hot dog weather. There's a Giordano's right across the way, so you know I may have to hit that up on the way out of here.
Pizza, some Italian food, man. That's so much.
I haven't had good pizza in a while, so I might
Tell
have
me
to.
both.
Giordano's, I mean, everybody has their thing, but you know, because I saw it, I may have to go and just get it, throw it in the car, and then it's a day trip, so I'll be back in Michigan. I'm doing some work, doing some research, and trying to find some answers so I can develop some programs and some leadership programs for schools. So I get to do that again tomorrow. It's kind of fun though, because I've been offered a job 3 times. It's like, oh, you're just so good with the school, with the kids, and have you ever done this? I used to teach high school, so this is not the first time, but it's I'm having a good time, just taking a day break, trying to research, network, and do a few things out here. So good time, good people. If I can round it out with some good food, the shy is all right with me.
Yes, sir. You might have to speak up a little bit. Sound like you're coming in a little low.
All right, so I'll see.
That was. But yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. Getting back into the swing of things. Speaking about getting into the swing of things, let's start with your guy Jalen Hurts, who kind of ain't been in his bag. He's swinging a miss right now, for lack of a better pun, and he just made history. So I know we a few days late, but he just made history Monday night with 2 turnovers on the same play. First quarterback in history. I believe that was the headline.
Listen, they stop making up stats. They just making up stuff to have something to talk about.
Here we go.
Listen, man. Jalen Hurts, first of all, they're in the playoff hunt. Everybody's in the mix. Nobody's dominating. I was trying to check. Does anybody have 10 wins?
Oh, don't give me the line, man. Don't give me
I mean,
the line.
I meant to look that up, but I got caught up in moving around. But what is it? 9-4, 8-4? But so the Eagles.
The Eagles? Yeah, we're about to double check that right now. Yeah.
They're winning a division. So what are we talking about? They're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Leave Jalen Hurts alone. Leave this black man alone.
All
He
right.
ain't the only
Let,
quarterback struggling.
let's not do the race. Let's not do the race baiting, man.
Man, it ain't about race baiting. Y'all need to lead that black quarterback and let him throw that ball. Give him a better offensive line.
All right. So hold on. Wait. The Patriots are 11-2.
That's crazy.
And I forgot they were on that run, but in the
But they're in the AFC, so they don't count.
they're in the AFC. NFC, nobody has more. The Packers got 9 wins. They first in NFC North. Chicago Bears 9-4. Detroit Lions 8-5. Third in the NFC North. NFC East is absolutely the dishwater. The Giants 2-11. Sorry about your Giants. Sorry about. Well, actually, I'm not sorry about the Washington Commanders because fuck them. Sorry, Khaleesi. Dallas is 500, 6-6. Eagles 8-5. Buccaneers NFC South 7-6.
So wait, slow down. Let me pause you right there. Who's leading the NFC East?
It's your Eagles.
So what we talking about?
Well, look,
they still gonna make the playoffs. Are they gonna win the Super Bowl? Maybe not. But they gonna get in the playoffs. They in the conversation.
I just want to answer your question about who got 10 wins. I just looked
at that. So
LA Rams 10-3, Seahawks 10-3, NFC West, AFC. Patriots are dominating 11-2.
That's crazy to me. So I thought
Broncos 11-2. This is
those are the ones that shock me. But staying in the NFC, the Eagles are good. Now, here's the challenge. There's 4 more games left, right? Am I counting right? We got 4 more games.
Four.
So they better handle business. Now they got to win at least 2 of these 4 to get in. They got to get to the playoffs. So once they get to the playoffs, what are we talking about?
Win 3 of those. To me,
they're not going to dominate and get their. But all they have to do is win a division. If Dallas is if you put any money on Dallas, give it to me. You better off winning.
I don't. No.
But there's Dallas is so inconsistent. Jalen Hurts is okay. Jalen Hurts is doing okay.
Zero touchdowns and 4 turnovers in the last 3 games. So I'm right there with you. Shout out my dog Rob Parker. Actually, shout out to Rob. I just spoke with him last night. Got another Hall of Fame induction coming up. I got to look at the actual name and title. I reposted on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. Tako Rev on Instagram. I'll drop that in the description. But just like Rob said, people making stuff up. That's my phrase of 2025. I'm right there with you. It's kind of slow in the tabloids when you gotta, glamorize, for lack of a better word, a stat like that. He made the recover, and he ended up fumbling it again, or he got sacked or something, But end of the day, man, Eagles are 8-5. Everybody go through their slumps. You gotta kind of take your lumps in the league, especially in the NFL, getting hit, and if you ain't got no pocket protection, you're not always gonna have the best game. So
listen, so Dallas is I don't believe in Dallas at all. So
you shouldn't.
As long as the Eagles win the division, they're fine. I mean, if they get blown out in the playoffs, well, they got to the playoffs. They're gonna get that playoff check. So, and Jalen Hurts is gonna lead them. Now, do you expect everybody is having a great season? You did not expect it to happen. I promise you, no one said Mac Jones was going to lead the Patriots of all teams to 11 wins.
Wouldn't have guessed it. I'm also
the Rams. Stafford is 40 years old?
Yeah, they're saying he's having I think he's either 40 or turning 40, something like that.
MVP level season.
Yeah, aging like fine wine.
Listen, no. But anyway, he's doing his thing.
He's having an MVP season for the first time in his career.
Yeah. So, but who would have thought that? Now, yes, everybody thought this would be Jalen Hurts doing this. But come on, man. Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl. Give him a break.
Hey,
He
look,
just
man,
won a
I
Super
ain't giving
Bowl.
him
Does
no
he get
shit.
any
I'm just
credit?
talking. Look, I'm just. You don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Actually, let me check out. Where's my? Because I know Lamar Jackson. I ain't heard no type of noise from my guy Lamar.
I don't. So I think the same thing's happening in Philly that's happening in Baltimore because they're both on that. You
6 and 7.
now the thing about Lamar is Lamar's got to get over the playoff slump that he's in.
Yeah.
And it looks like Josh Allen's going to do it. Is going to make that turn before Lamar does. And those are the top two. Those are the most recent MVPs. They don't have Super Bowls, and they need to. I mean that's how they're going to earn their worth. I like both of them.
You gotta put more
They're both
pieces
in it.
around. You gotta put more pieces around Lamar Jackson.
No, I don't know, man. He had two good tight ends. Well, was not is it likely? Is likely is the one that keeps dropping the ball. That touchdown that got called back the other day was wrong. They should let that stand. He made 3 steps, and it was a good defensive play. So the defense is going to get credit, and I love a good defensive play. But that touchdown should have stood. But there's just a lot of up and down, man. This is a league of the top percentage points of people playing the sport. Jalen Hurts just won the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, he's I don't know what's Lamar's thing or why he can't get over the hump, but he's in the hump with Dak Prescott. He's in the in the whole that there's a couple of humps that just great quarterbacks are getting stuck at. Jalen Hurts has
Josh
gone over that.
Allen.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, your boy Jared Goff.
That's not my boy. I appreciate him for what he's done.
You threw the Detroit Lions in there in the third place. We talking about who's leading. You throw the Detroit Lions in there, but it's okay.
We talk about the Lions every time we on the podcast.
We shouldn't.
In Detroit
We really shouldn't. But it's cool.
We should.
But he's in that thing. He's on the other side of that hump too. So why are we picking on poor little Jalen Hurts with his $200 million contract?
Like a parent that's trying to defend his son right now.
Listen.
Man.
My son my son has a Super Bowl.
All right, so why you up here trying to act like you need to
and he beat the Golden Boy.
Who, Mahomes?
Yeah.
Mahomes ain't been the Golden Boy. Mahomes is on the verge of being benched, man. Stop. Look,
he was
man,
a golden. Mahomes has been the Golden Boy. Don't do that. Stop picking on.
He's falling off.
This is a year for quarterbacks to fall.
Man, look,
and Jalen Hurts is included.
Let's not act like we need to treat Jalen Hurts with the kid gloves, man.
We don't, but we need to put some respect on his name.
Man. He needs to step up his game. He's a grown man.
Step up his game. He is in
zero touchdowns in the last 3 games.
Leading the division.
Leading the division, yeah, but he ain't leading the team to get them wins right now.
They leading the division.
They just lost 3 in a row. He's
still leading the division.
Yeah, you want to keep that lead. You want to make it to the playoffs.
I ain't saying he don't have to play, but
no, man.
He's leading the division.
I got to stop you right here, man, because I'm not about. I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right, and I'm say we shouldn't give him too much flack, but I'm not about to treat him with the kid gloves. So this whole session, man, like poor Lamar.
I ain't talking about the kid glove. I'm talking about put some respect on his name. Who won the last Super Bowl?
Huh?
Who won the last Super Bowl? Who was the last Super Bowl winning quarterback?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
The MVP or was it Jalen?
Huh?
Who was the MVP? Was it
last year was Josh Allen.
No. For the Super Bowl. Was it Jalen Hurts or was it Saquon?
Was it him or the AJ Brown?
I thought it was Saquon, but
listen, Saquon isn't having a good the season he had last year.
I mean, so for me, the NFL is a game of momentum, and you gotta step on the gas every game, and you taking a lot of. It's a collision sport. It's not a contact sport. It's a collision sport. So you put a lot of wear and tear. If he getting sacked in the pocket, I looked at my guy Lamar Jackson's. I think he got 29 sacks this season. He been sacked 29 times. He's 16. This is Lamar Jackson. So let me give you some perspective. Former 2 or 3 time MVP. They talking about voter fatigue with his numbers. 16 touchdowns and 5 interceptions this year. They are on a 2-game losing streak. I'm about to go to your boy, and again, I'm with
The
you.
Super Bowl champ.
Yo, Super
The
Bowl
reigning Super Bowl champ. Okay, let's go to him. Let's talk about the reigning Super Bowl champ.
He did it all by himself, right?
We only talking about him.
So he got 19.
We just said the Eagles. We didn't start this conversation with the Eagles. We started this conversation with Jalen Hurts.
But hold on, wait. I'm helping your case. If you just let me finish my point, you never want to hear me make my point.
My point is made.
No,
Super Bowl
champ. Look, man. Why you bringing up old stuff? Now I gotta bring that up. Why you bringing up old stuff? I gotta hit you like I did one of my exes. You know, she's like, you still wait? Why you bringing up old stuff? I'm here with you right now. Like, stop. Look, 19 touchdowns this season, 6 interceptions. He just threw 3 of those in the last, or 4 of those in the last 3 games. So he was 19-2 before 3 games ago. He's been sacked 28 times this season. You gotta protect your quarterback.
That's the O-line.
Excuse me, not 4. God damn, I always mix them numbers. 7 fumbles this season. But he has 2,754 yards on the season. He's averaging 212 yards per game, just about 211.8. So he's putting up numbers, but the last 3 games he's been in a slump. He's 247 completions over 382 attempts. So that's a 64% completion rate or whatever. Right now, I'm with you when you're right. My point is, I'm not about to treat no grown man like he need to be coddled. You gotta get it back in gear. You can't have donut in the touchdown column. Call yourself a leader, but you got 4 turnovers, and they making up stats. Now they saying, oh, he's the only quarterback in history that's had 2 turnovers in the same play. Look, man, don't give him that type of momentum. You gotta step up and do what you gotta do, and your team has to step up to protect you, so that you can do your job.
All right, let's run through the top quarterbacks this season. Who are your top quarterbacks? Let's go to top 5. Just top 5. Top 5 for the season.
I'll probably put Jalen Hurts up there. I ain't going in no specific order. And I'm going to be honest with you. That last class, I ain't paid that much attention to football in the last 4 or 5 weeks. That class damn near killed me. So I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts is in the conversation. Burrow is still injured, I think. He ain't making no noise, no way. I ain't heard nothing about Josh Allen.
Josh Allen just had the game of games. I think he threw 4 and ran 2, or threw 5 and ran 1, a 50, 60-yard run touchdown.
So, yeah, I definitely put him up there. I haven't paid that much attention, so you should give me your top 5 first.
See, my top 5 doesn't matter because Jalen Hurts is in there. And everybody else in there in the last 2. So,
Dylan,
there's only 2 quarterbacks.
Dylan. That's all I heard.
Say what?
Dylan, and Dylan. That's what I just heard you say.
The top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now, based off of playoff success, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is falling off, man.
He's been to 4 Super Bowls in the last 5-6 years.
Oh, he got 4 in like 7.
So okay, my numbers are 4 and 7, best 4. He won the series.
Patty's had it, but I mean, this season ain't been his season.
Yeah. So why Patty get the pass, but Mahomes don't get the pass?
What you mean?
Patty is Mahomes. I'm tripping. I'm kind of looking around. Anyway, Jalen Hurts is doing his thing.
Jalen Hurts got a thing going on or something, man.
As soon as we end this call, I'm gonna cash this check. So
look, man. Hey, I'm gonna have to delete that off the record. I can't have you self-incriminating on camera, man.
Listen, man. Jalen Hurts is okay.
Josh Allen got more interceptions this season than my man, but he got more touchdowns too. 5 fumble sacks.
But the Bills are winning their division. No, The Bills aren't winning.
They
That's
second
crazy.
in
That
the
it was crazy to me is the Patriots beat the Bills. So
yeah.
everybody's in that situation. It's not just Hurts.
I
As
mean,
good as a game as Wilson. I mean, I keep calling the man Josh Wilson. As good as a
Drake May,
John Allen. John, you
Josh
throwing me
Allen.
off. With John, thank you. As good as a game that Josh Allen just had, they're not leading the division.
Drake May has 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Now I wouldn't even. Drake May was not on my bingo card for this
Yeah,
season.
and I gave the wrong name for that quarterback.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I literally my
But Drake
business law
May
class was
top
I looked.
five, top 10.
Hmm?
Where would you put Drake May
Oh, overall or just this season?
overall?
It's too early for me to say overall, but this season I'm gonna say he
Oh,
probably in the top 5 or 10.
this season he's balling out. So if we
I
rewind back to August, where would you put Drake May? What
he
would you
wouldn't even
say?
be on my list.
There you go.
He wouldn't be on
And
my
and
list.
he beat Josh Allen. So I think they have to play again. I don't know where they play. It doesn't matter because it's winter on the East Coast everywhere. So it's going to be cold in Boston. It's going to be cold in Buffalo. So wherever they play next, that's going to be a game to see. Because it's the coach though. Vrabel is decent. I mean, I like Vrabel as a coach. I don't know anything about him as a person, but he's a dope coach. I mean, he got. And I mean, every coach is better when they have good players. So he did his thing in Tennessee for a while. Then they hit their downturn and they got him out of there. But you see, he's still a good coach because he has Drake May 11-2, 11-2. That's crazy.
I mean,
So
I'm
everybody's in the
looking at some
swing.
of these. I'm looking through some of the quarterbacks in the league right now. I ain't never even heard of this kid. He injured anyway. That don't matter. I don't think he. Yeah, he ain't having too much of a great season. Trevor Lawrence or whatever.
You have never heard of Trevor Lawrence?
I ain't paying
Listen, man,
attention.
I
I
appreciate
pay attention to
academia.
you. Huh?
I do, but you can't sleep on Trevor Lawrence.
Well, no, I say
The
this
blonde
because I
bomber.
haven't paid attention to the NFL in a few years until this season. And I just haven't paid attention to a few games this season because I've been buried in law textbooks. So I'm looking through to kind of get caught up.
Jacksonville is a surprise. You don't see Jacksonville very often, so I don't know what Travis Hunter is doing and how he's doing on what side of the ball. Um, but there's just so many surprise teams out here that in the beginning of the season you wrote them all. You know what the one thing that gets me as far as quarterback play, in which is unfortunate now that he's hurt again. But Daniel Jones was balling out in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
He was balling out. Why
Yeah.
couldn't he do that? No, and I know the answer to my question. I was going, why couldn't he do that in New York? Because uh, Joe Schoen, whatever the GM's name is a bum and needs to be fired. I say it now. I say it again.
Say it
The
again.
system in New York, it just isn't designed to win right now, and I feel sorry for Neighbors. You know, Scatterboo, he loves where he is. I mean, I saw a quote. I don't know. I didn't hear him say it. I just saw the quote on social media that he doesn't want to play anywhere else. Cool. That's nice to hear. You know, Jackson Dart he has some potential. I think they should let our boy Jameis just ball out for a little while. For the Jets and the Giants just in a spot. The Jets, I think, are trying to rebuild for real, but the GM for the Giants has got to go.
So Stafford, I hear you because I'm looking through the quarterbacks right now to kind of answer your question. Stafford got to be the MVP this season. 35 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's only been sacked 17 times, 6 fumbles. Bo Nix is having a great season in Denver.
There's just a
Stafford got
lot of
to be.
surprises, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about the NFL, man. They take one or two pieces to move around. They ain't always got to be your star player. Like in the NBA, I use the Pistons as an example. You got K Cunningham as your centerpiece. He built around him with Jalen Duran or Jaden Duran and Jalen Ivey and Tobias Harris. You got a good system, but you look at the usage rate for K. You pull him out, that team is a bottom feeder. They depend on K to be there night in and night out. Thank God, knock on wood, he's been healthy, for the better part of the season. But in the NFL, it might not be, to kind of go back to your point about the New York Giants, it might not be your quarterback. It might be an offensive coordinator. It might be a defensive coordinator. It might be a new head coach. It might be a new lineman. It could be any position that can change your fortune overnight. You just got to have the right system and the right, really the right coaching staff because football is like violent chess. That's essentially what it is. It's violent chess.
That's why you lift all them weights.
Yeah. So, looking at Bo Nix and what's the guy, and Drake May both came out 2024, excuse me, NFL draft 2024, and they both having phenomenal seasons that you wouldn't even expect it. So
Listen, man, Cole, say what you want to say about Sean Payton as a person. I don't know him personally. I just know a lot of people have an issue with him. He can coach quarterbacks. He develops quarterbacks. He can do that. And Bo Nix is benefiting from his presence. Yeah. Russ didn't, but Bo Nix is.
Well, Joe Flacco and Russ and Aaron Rodgers, those guys have had their day. And you don't usually, I think they all should probably retire because that's just my own personal opinion. I don't know what their ultimate trajectory or goals are. And I don't pretend to, but, you don't really have a long window in the NFL like in the NBA. So, you got to kind of, it's kind of back to my point about Patty Mahomes. Patty's falling off where he got more of that celebrity face of the league type treatment, and he had a crazy run. I think he was like 4-6 or 4-7. He had like a step type run in the NFL. But when you decline in the NFL, typically you done. You don't have like these second win seasons or somebody take you out to pasture. So
I don't think it's I don't agree with that.
Pasture. Somebody take you out to pasture. But looking at Matthew Stafford, people can say, "Oh, why didn't he do this in Detroit?" Might not have been the right system for him. Different coach.
Honestly, because as soon as he got to LA, he won the Super Bowl.
There you go.
As soon as he got there,
it's just you could be that one piece. It could literally be one piece for you. You never know.
Listen, serendipity is a thing. And no team is the same 2 years running.
No, not in the NFL, no. Unless you're the Patriots, with Tom Brady, and you got your little hook and crook for that season set up. No, it's never been. Yeah. You rarely see a team in the NFL go back to back. Very rarely.
So leave my guy Jalen alone.
Man, I'm gonna let you go cash your check, man. I got a good 30 minutes out of you, man.
Wait, before I go, I need to ask you. Phillip Rivers is coming back for my man Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Phillip Rivers is, right?
Former coach. Former player. Former player.
Did you see Cam Newton's response?
Was he with the Rams or Chargers?
Chargers.
Yeah,
he was with the San Diego Chargers. He wasn't with the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
He played with LaDainian Tomlinson.
How long has Phillip Rivers been out the league?
According to Cam Newton, longer than him.
Yeah, man, NFL down bad if you bringing corpses out of out of their grave. Nah.
Hey, I saw the clip. When I saw the Philip, I was like, Philip Rivers.
And I
First
saw
of
his
all,
name. I thought he was getting a coaching position. I was like, okay,
no,
whatever.
he's coming back to play quarterback for the Colts. So this is how old Philip Rivers is. When I was at the University of Maryland, he was at NC State. I was at the University of Maryland in the early 2000s. He was in
Yeah,
college in the early 2000s. I don't remember when he retired. I mean, he had a good career, but yo, there's so many other options. And Cam Newton's a viable option for to get you through the last 3 weeks. Throw Cam, a couple 100,000. Cam will be all right with it. Cam wants to play football. I mean, he has his podcast. He turned his podcast into something on ESPN. Shout out to that. I think that's a viable goal. I mean, I'm not turning that opportunity down. But you know, if someone called me, no, never mind. I wouldn't say that. I said if someone called me to go back and take command of a unit in the army, I'd think about it. I wouldn't think about it because I'm not trying to cut my beautiful locks, my luxuriousness. I'm not cutting my hair.
I ain't cut mine either. They just back in a
Oh,
ponytail and in the cap. Well, I did trim a little bit. I was losing hair during that from that class. Not literally, but it was driving me insane. But no,
when you get old, things happen. But
look, man, I
how
turned
old is
36 in 10 days,
old?
man. I ain't that old.
Yeah, Philip Rivers is older than you. He's going back to play football.
Look, man, anything is possible at this point. But I don't agree with that. I actually don't agree with that. I saw that headline, I think, late last night or early this morning, one of those, and I literally thought he was getting a coaching position. So
He is going to fill in for Daniel Jones because all of their quarterbacks are injured, which speaks again to the need for offensive line.
yeah. I mean, everybody
Danny
wants
Jones is
you.
fragile though. I think he's about done. But I'm glad he got his money from the Giants. Then they sent him to Minnesota where he rode the pine, and then he made his move and did his thing. And he was leading the man, frat is everywhere around here. Shout out Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Get the pen in there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I
I ain't got on my
gotta do
Sigma
some meet and
pen.
greeting. So anyway, he got his opportunity. He balled out. That's the GM for the Giants' fault that he had to move around like that and get a better system. But for whatever reason, the line is not protecting their quarterbacks in Indianapolis. They were winning, so that speaks to Daniel Jones' talent again that just didn't flourish in New York. But to bring, I don't know how old he is. I just know he's past his. Here I am. I mean, I'm very reluctant to criticize professional athletes because I'm not one. But I want to watch a good product on Sundays,
Man,
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
put it
sure that
like
was the
this, man.
best
I
choice.
like to say the stuff that people think and they won't say. Um, that man is old enough that if he get hit, he might have to hit. If he gets sacked, he might have to hit his life alert just to have somebody scoop him off the field. Look, man, I get it. Everybody trying to make a payday. NFL is down bad. Let me just put this into some context for you. I think Philip Rivers, if I remember correctly, the last time I watched football consistently was 2016 or 2017. Because, Cap took a knee and I was all in solidarity and it became that whole mini drama around the season, blah, blah, blah. That was the last time I really paid attention to football consistently until this season. And then I fell off with this season because I was doing a law class. Um, that's the class I got the C plus in. So I'm a little down about that, but not really. But just that's context. Phillip Rivers, I think, had either just retired or was retiring around that season. That's damn near 10 years ago, man. You don't have to dig up a quarterback from a decade ago to play for your team. You ain't got a
Listen,
farm
man.
system or nothing. You can't find a better quarterback to sign some type of two-way contract or some you bring him in on the veteran minimum. He might be making the same I'm making, annually at this point. You know, stop, man, stop. Oh, man, lay that
The
second throwing
NFL
back
is
on the dirt,
rigged. They have so many other options, but they like who they like. You know, I just came out of a leadership session and talking about how do you disrupt leadership, you know, the leadership cycle to get people, or what are we going to do to change the leadership cycle? What things can we do to get underrepresented leaders recognized? And that's part of my mission. But I mean, it's hard to change a system when they wanted to overlook you and they have the power to. So it's like you got to go create your own, and that's not going to happen. So people like Cam Newton, you know, the fiasco of Shedeur Sanders, you know, the rise of the black quarterback, making, you know, black college quarterbacks change positions. You know, all that stuff is just a thing that's always going to be around. And it's like, what do you do? Either how do we get out of the situation where Phillip Rivers just gets to come back whenever he wants, however he wants? Because I agree with you 100%. I just figured out I can just pull this up and I don't have to hold the thing and my sound is good.
He
Anyway,
was today years old when he figured out you can learn something at any age, folks.
every
Phillip
age.
Rivers, you
He
can't
gonna
play this
learn
game at your
today that
age,
he,
bro.
hey,
I'm talking about he might be hitting somebody with a lawsuit if they sack him too hard, man.
Indianapolis, you know, I would say down there, it's gonna be a thing. So
Yeah, man. I that's a decision I can't rock with, man. And transition, like, man, I don't know if he need the money. This is like watching Mike Tyson fight at this point, man.
that's another
Mike
question
Tyson
I have for you.
the fight
No,
with him
no,
and Floyd.
finish your Phillip Rivers point though.
Well, I'm transitioning now 'cause I'm done talking about him. Like his career should have been done 10 years ago, or was done. Like, no, Phillip Rivers, man. Like, I don't know if you need the payday or what it is, bro, but this ain't it, man. You should be commentating, coaching something else. Um, your day is past, brother. And I don't even think he was an overrated football player back when he was playing. So, no. We need at this point they just need a
I'm trying
body
to
on the
think.
field.
No Super Bowl. I don't think he got to a Super Bowl either, because he was in the. I want to say him and Eli were the flip flop for New York to San Diego.
I can't recall that far back,
So
man.
that
I
was
mean, I was trying to think how old. I'm turning 36 in 10 days. I was 20, 26, 27, something like that. Last time Phillip Rivers was relevant. Man. And I think he
hey,
came out when I was
Indianapolis
just
says he's
finished high
relevant
school.
now.
So, man, let's jump into this real quick. With Tyson and
I don't understand that Mayweather.
so I got comment. I got a social commentary about today's athletes and athletes of yesteryear. Somebody made this point, and it really was poignant to me. Is that America is not the best at everything like we claim to be. It's just the entertainment capital of the world. So everybody got to be a character. Everybody got to be on camera. Like once you on camera once, you got that high. You got to do it again. Again, that's why I always emphasize on the podcast. I don't sensationalize. I'm authentic. I'm me. I'm Tako Artis on the podcast. Like this is what you get. But a lot of people play characters, and sports right now, the All-Star game sucks because the players have admitted they don't want to play on their off weekend. Like, no, motherfucker, you getting paid millions of dollars. Sorry, please. So you're getting paid millions of dollars. You're getting somebody's salary in a game to show up and play. And now you got basically your pickup weekend that you don't want to play. You ain't got to play for real, but at least make it a competition. Here, I'm a wrestling fan. I like to eat, and I disagree with some people. I actually think they got a better product as far as like wrestling these days. But so many people are so entitled, and now we at a point where we got to drag out these relics, man. These overbucked up skeletons to entertain us. Man, Floyd versus Tyson at this point is not the same. If you got into a time machine and had prime Floyd fight prime Mike Tyson, 98 Tyson, the guy that was on WWE, knocking out Shawn Michaels, bucking heads with Stone Cold Steve Austin, biting off Evander Holyfield's ear. No, it's not the same as Floyd Mayweather get that, when, not even the Floyd that, boxed with Pacquiao, Maidana, Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez. It's not the same. You about to watch two old ass men. They're gonna try to overhype it. It ain't worth it, man. I ain't paying for that shit.
That
I
is
don't care if it
so.
is on. I don't care if it's on Netflix or whatever. I ain't watching that bullshit. I
You
already know.
can't put those two in the same ring. I don't even know what's happening and why it's happening.
Man, Floyd got
Tyson,
got a contract.
Prime
Floyd
Tyson
got
and
an
Prime
exemption in
Floyd.
the contract.
Tyson was outweighed him by 60 pounds.
Floyd has an exemption in the contract for a catch weight. I bet you, because he want Tyson to lighten up to fight him. That's what he do every
Tyson's
fight.
a heavyweight. How you gonna get down to 154? I don't care. A heavyweight at 60 years old. If Tyson goes to 154, he's gonna be sick.
Exactly.
I don't understand the fight. I gotta read more about it. I just don't understand. Like I don't know if I don't know. I had so many different feelings about the Jake fight. I can't remember the kid's name. Whatever his brother, the
Jake Paul.
And then I seen, is he getting ready to fight Anthony Joshua? That's crazy. Anthony Joshua's going to take the fall. He going to cash a check to something I'm about to go do. I mean, you taking the money and it's you playing the character. It diminishes the sport. It's not even worth watching anymore.
It's not competition no more, man. Like, Jake Paul, they got these fights to kind of hype him up. Logan Paul's a wrestler now. And I mean, kudos to him because he actually is pretty decent. He's actually been working on his craft. He's been working on the mic. He's getting recognition. But I don't give them dickheads the time of day because they just genuinely are dickheads. Like Jake Paul, he's not fighting Andre Ward or Terrence Crawford in their prime, man. You know what I'm saying? They cherry picking their fights. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say Jake Paul is not an athlete and he can't box and he ain't put in the work. It's just that your fights are cherry picked and they're not competitive. The NBA right now is boring because it's not competitive. The NFL, you got to drag out relics from 10, 20 years from the 10s, or the guys that was drafted in 08 playing in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Or 20 guys drafted in 2004 playing in 2026. I'm not watching that a bullshit product like that, man. And I'm sorry for Lisa, I'm going on my rant right now because I can't be fucked to watch Tyson
That's a
versus
full
Floyd.
20. I mean, that's a generation.
And I was in high school when these guys were in their peak, man. I ain't been in high school in damn near 10 years. You know what I'm saying? No, not 10, 20
more
years.
than 20. No,
20
thank
years.
you.
It's been literally a high school senior is half my age at this point. No, bro, I'm not. I can't watch nobody that high schoolers been conceived and gone through the whole high school cycle while you were relevant the first time. No, stop, man.
And all that time, the Dallas Cowboys still haven't been to the NFC Championship.
Because you know what? Fuck the Cowboys. And we're going to actually end on that note, man, because I just got to leave it there before I go on another tirade. I can't put together a rant as great as my guy DB did on the last episode a month ago, man. That rant, we have to run that back tonight's episode.
Joe Shane, I think that's how you say it. I still can't get his name right. Deserves to be fired. But anyway, Jalen Hurts is leading his team. They lead the NFC East. They're going to win the NFC East because I don't believe in Dallas at all. So, we'll see how many games Phillip Rivers gives Indianapolis, and we can talk about it next time.
Man, I'm putting bets out that the man could even stay in one piece after the first game. So yeah,
We shall see. I'm very interested to see what happens in NFC North, though. Uh, that game Sunday with the Bears and Packers was good. It was good. They play one more time, right?
the Packers literally. I think that was they might have one more. I mean, the Packers literally have had the season is season. They got to steal in Micah Parsons, and I mean, again, it just goes
The
to show.
Bears have had the season of seasons.
Well, they had a turnaround too, but I mean, my guy DB is actually a huge Cheesehead fan, so. The first time, I think the very first episode, or one of the first episodes I recorded with him, he was literally nerding out to the fact that they got Micah Parsons. I mean, he had the opening game, meet up at his house. I couldn't make it at the time. I think I was doing some work travel or something that day. Or it was my mom's birthday dinner, something like that. And yeah, the game at his house, talking shit to all the Lions fans. And he's a true cheesehead. But I remember that episode we recorded. He was hyped because they got Micah Parsons and their fortunes went 180 day and night. So that is the game. The NFL is a game of fortune and momentum. You got to capitalize on your moment. I've said at the beginning of the season, me and Rob Parker both predicted that the Lions weren't going to make the playoffs. Not really just because of their loss of their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinators, but just the schedule just wasn't in their favor this season. So they're losing games they're supposed to win.
Yeah,
that's more of the old Lions. But I actually got a coach that I live. That's a neighbor of mine, and I overheard him say that their philosophy is God. I gotta ask Coach Oliver what it was, but. Basically, they changed the philosophy, which is what I said 2 or 3 years ago. Change the philosophy, get out that victimhood mindset, and stop, making ifs, defining. And you just got to go in and perform. I've had to, live up to my own gospel. So, end of the day, I say all that to say fuck the Cowboys. Yeah, Ray, if you got any final words for the folks, for the party people.
Listen, man, the weekend is coming. School's on break, so dive into some NFL. See what's happening. It's watchable. It's entertainment. I don't wrap my head around it. I was with Cap back in the day. I stopped watching, but Cap got a shoe deal on a bigger check than I'm about to. I wish Jalen Hurts would give me some of his $205 million to be his cheerleader. But I'll have a good time, man. It's cold. It's warm. Get something warm. Cuddle up,
get some pizza,
and enjoy.
Man, and get some pizza. Stop, get some drink or something in you, and think clearly, man. Stop self-incriminating on camera.
Listen, man. All these guys out here, the NFL, they move like Bad Boy did back in the day. You pay the DJ, they get your spins. The Philadelphia Eagles, they are winning the NFC East, which is the home of my Giants. It's Joe Shane's fault. You gave away Saquon, and what did Saquon do as soon as he left you? Won a Super Bowl. With who? The Philadelphia Eagles. Who's the quarterback? Jalen Hurts.
Look, man, get Jalen Hurts on to endorse the podcast or something. I might sing his praises too. I ain't gonna go ESPN level where they just go characters of themselves and dick eat all day. But
no, that's not what we're doing. We don't do that around here.
I definitely, get him a little bit more. I'd use the kid gloves a little bit more instead of telling him to step up your game and win games.
Game recognized game. They win in the division.
Get a touchdown next game.
They don't need to get a touchdown next game. All they got to do is win.
All right,
win,
man.
Baby, win.
Cowboys suck just bad enough that you ain't got to worry about it, but let them fuck around. I'm really going to laugh.
I like Dak, but the Cowboys, it's not even Dak. It's just the Cowboys organization as a whole. So
there's some fuck boys. Fuck them.
CD Lamb is out, isn't he?
Sorry, Khaleesi.
CD Lamb is shaky. George Pickens, his attitude is funky. They're not going. They're not going. They're not going to be able to overcome. They may win out, but they're not going to overcome the Eagles. They're
Who
not going to win out
they
either.
ain't gonna win shit, man. The Cowboys
They're,
are.
they're not. They're not going to win a division.
God
So
damn, my phone going off.
that's that. I'll let you go answer that because I'm gonna go run around and do some more work while I'm here on this business trip. Then I'm gonna walk across the street, get me some Giordano's, and I'm
Get
gonna
some
get back
pizza.
on 94 East.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for us. So again, thank you for an episode of 501 Tacos. Make sure you join the conversation, like, subscribe, share, comment. What are your thoughts on any of the topics that we dropped today? And just get in on the discussion. And remember, the kitchen's always open if you want to get cooked. Later, party people, or space cowboys, I should say.